these cards pop bigger?
If you
Like,
if
if
you
I-
mouse over them and hold Alt, it'll actually zoom them up. Actually make it bigger. All right, we're live.
I was going to say, unless he's talking about
Okay, there we go.
the helper cards, those don't do that. But
No.
every other card in the game should zoom into the screen so you can look at it more closely if you.
Gotcha.
hover
Because I
over it
was
and
trying to
press
zoom
Alt.
into that little card, and it's like, I still can't read it.
Yeah. Just hold
we're
Alt,
good.
mouse over.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, hey everybody. Welcome to another Masters of Boredom stream. I am as always, I'm Pantsless Aaron, and hosting and actually doing the stream on his end is CJ.
Yeah.
Yay!
And directly
Yeah.
above me is that devilishly handsome Augie. Augie, say hello.
Hello.
There you are.
There
I like
he is.
I like the awkward silence.
Yeah. Is he talking about me?
Is it me?
And we have a mystery guest too,
Oh,
who's not on camera, but Z's Eternal has joined us to have a little fun at the table tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for coming out, dude.
greetings. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude. I know you're usually doing D&D on Sunday, but we appreciate you taking a day off to hang out with us.
All right. Are you ready to talk about this?
Yeah,
Get this
tell
started.
me what we're doing.
Okay, so Thursday we played Roll for the Galaxy, which is a solid game, but it's a little bit more complicated than its predecessor, Race for the Galaxy, which is at its heart basically a card game. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle these starting worlds, and then I'm going to deal one to each player, assuming the deal function works. There you go. You may go ahead and place that card into the one space of your personal tableau that's in front of your
Boom.
card spaces. There should be a space that says 1 in front of you. You can place that starting world there.
Sure
That
do.
is your starting world, and unless otherwise signified, you don't really get any bonuses for it.
There we
But
go.
it depends on the world. See, CJ got Alpha Centauri, so that actually does get a benefit. He got what is called a windfall world. Actually, I can go over all the rules of the worlds because it looks like everybody's got stuff. All right, so
You want to start with yours there, Aaron?
yeah, we might as well start with mine. So my world is a production world. We can tell because there's color inside the circle. The blue color indicates that it is a novelty good world. So if I produce on this world, it will produce a blue good. It is worth 1 victory point at the end of the game, as we can tell via the hexagon right next to the big 2 in the upper left.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, I can consume goods from Earth's Lost Company for 1 victory point, or I can, on the 5th phase, I can produce a blue good onto this world if I produce. And that is how production worlds work. CJ has a windfall world. So windfall worlds get a good when they are placed. But usually they don't get one afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that last starting world into the deck, and then I'm going to draw 1 card. And as I said, it's a windfall world, so CJ has a good on it at the start of the game immediately, because whenever you place a windfall world, you just get a good. And you can tell it's a windfall world because it has a halo around the outside of the circle.
Okay.
And that halo is brown, which indicates that it's a rare good. It is worth slightly more than novelty goods. But as I said, windfall worlds don't produce normally during the produce phase, but if you choose the produce role, then you can produce on a windfall world. It also gives you -1 cost or +1 military to place either a production world or a windfall world. So
That's kind of cool.
that's a neat little bonus.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Z and see his starting world. Z has started with military. Oh dear.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, somebody has
New
to.
Sparta.
So when you find a world that has a red circle and a red number inside, that indicates that it is a military world. It cannot be settled normally. It can only be settled via military. Your military is denoted by how many red circles with pluses you have in the 3 section of all of your developments and planets. For example, because Dave has New Sparta, that gives him +2 military. So Dave is considered to have a military level of 2, meaning that he can settle any military worlds that cost 2 or less for free. He literally just takes them, but it only works for military worlds like the one he already has. Lastly, Augie has Old Earth.
Which, funny enough, I had Old Earth in Rofel the Galaxy
Did you
as well.
really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
bad.
I did.
And sadly, it doesn't produce anything. It's not a windfall world either. But when he trades, he can trade for +1 money. So he gets an extra card if he decides to trade a good. Or if he consumes a good, then he gets double. I think it's for every 2. Yeah, discard up to 2 goods for 1 victory point apiece is what it says there on the card. So that's what Old Earth allows him to do. Those are the 4 starting worlds we were given. There's a 5th starting world, but it's somewhere in the deck now. And it may very well be the good that's sitting on top of CJ's world, but we'll never know. So here's the way the game's going to work. You should have in your little box, the hidden box, the colored, the same color as your character. You should have a bunch of cards that indicate various phases. We're all going to pick one phase that we really want to do, because any phases that don't get picked don't get done, period. So let's go through the phases one by one. Explore is the first phase. And if we explore, then everybody gets to draw 2 cards and keep 1. Great, right? Everybody gets to do that. But the player who picks Explore, or if multiple players pick Explore, they have a pair of options. They can either draw 5 additional cards, meaning they draw 7 cards and pick 1 to keep, in which case you're looking for something specific, or maybe you're military and you're specifically looking for military worlds you can conquer, then that might be a good thing to do. Or if you just want more cards, and you will want more cards pretty much all the time, you can pick the other Explore option, which allows you to draw an extra card and keep an extra card. So you would draw 3 and keep 2, which is really handy. It's basically free income, which you need to do pretty much anything. So once again, when a roll is picked, everybody does the basic action, but only the player who actually played that card gets the bonus assigned to that particular card. And like I said, some of these have multiple choices. There's multiple develops, but you can actually ignore that. You can use either card. They're identical. The only reason the other card has a symbol in the lower right is for 2-player games. And I'm not entirely sure what it means, but we're not playing with 2 players. We're playing with 4, so we can completely ignore it. Either develop card is fine. And they both do the same thing. If you have chosen the develop role, then the develop phase will absolutely happen. And if what that means is if you have a development card in your hand and you would like to build that development, let me see. Let me just pull a card off. That is a world. How many until I find a development?
All of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's just gonna be
it's
just
a diamond
constant.
instead of a circle. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so we got the Pangalactic League here. It has a cost of 6. And it shows a diamond that indicates that it's a development. And it has a cost of 6, which means to play this card, we'd have to put this card down and then discard 6 cards along with that, which is a lot. But the 6-point developments are always huge. They give you multiple ways to earn victory points at the end of the game. So in this particular case, if you just got to develop, then you would have to pay 6 cards. But if you actually pick the develop role, if you play that card at the start of the turn, then your bonus is that it's -1 cost to develop for you. So this would only cost 5 instead of 6. Yeah, that's it for develop. Let's move on to settle. So settle, as I mentioned, is you play a card, and one of these world cards. Any card that has a circle counts as a settleable world. And if it's not military, you have to discard that many cards to settle that world. If it is military, you must have a military score equal to or higher than that number to settle that world, but you do not have to discard any cards to settle it. As long as you have enough military to settle it, you can settle it. And then you put that world in front of you. Now, if you've picked the settle bonus, after settling the world, you're allowed to draw an extra card. It just gives you free money after you've settled, though. You can't use that free money to settle the world, unfortunately. You must already have everything you need. But like I said, worlds come
before you can steal their money.
So
exactly.
It's not like the stock market did.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay, so phase 4 is consume.
Yeah.
You have a couple of options. You can consume via trade. If you have a blue good, you can trade it for 2 cards. If you have a brown good, you can trade it for 3 cards. If you have a green good, you can trade it for 4 cards. And if you have a yellow good, which is alien technology, you can trade it for 5 cards, which is nothing to sneeze at. So the way you have to have a good on a world already in play to do this. And how can you tell what the good is? Well, it always matches the planet that it's on.
Yeah.
So in my case, if I place a good on Earth's Lost Colony, it will always be blue because that's the color of the world.
Mine is yellow, correct? Mine is alien.
No, yours is brown.
Mine's brown.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, can a world have more than one good on it, or no?
No, a world can only have 1 good on it.
Yeah. And your world produces nothing but death.
Yeah, that is true. You can't put goods on military worlds unless they specifically allow it.
Right. And then Old Earth has been stripped clean, so Old Earth produces absolutely nothing.
Yeah. But it gives him a way to get rid of goods that he might not have at another planet.
Yeah.
Okay. If you must play the trade card in order to trade, I think, or no? I can't quite tell. It's hard to read the card. It's tiny. Let me go to the. I actually have the actual rules up, so let me just pull those up real quick and double check.
Let's see.
Right.
There's a card for each of them.
If you choose consume trade, you must sell 1 good before applying your consume powers by discarding it and drawing a number of cards that depend on the kind of good sold. Alien technology, 5 cards. Genes Force cards. Rare elements, 3 cards. Or novelty, 2 cards. Only players who chose consume trades can sell a good. So even if the consume phase happens, you can't trade unless you actually picked consume trade.
Right.
Players choosing consume trade also apply all relevant trade special powers listed next to the $sign to this sale, typically to draw extra cards. Mm-hmm. Now the other option is trade consume, or it's consume, just consume. Yeah. Which is, if you choose this option, you get twice as many victory points that you would normally get during this phase, which can be huge.
Yeah.
Now, you can only consume if you have a planet that allows you to consume. For example, my Earth's Lost Colony allows me to consume 1 good for 1 victory point.
Right.
And as we pointed out, Augie's has one that allows him to consume 2 goods for 1 victory point. But as it stands, without a planet that can actually consume, neither CJ nor Z can consume anything. They would need to settle a world that can consume first.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if I didn't pick it and I still had a good, I could still consume that good for 1 victory point. But but I would not get double because I didn't pick the double.
Oh yeah, gotcha. So you can take singles, but you can't take the bonus. Right.
Yeah, that's right.
That makes sense.
So if the consume phase happens, all you can do is consume goods for victory points, and you just don't get the double unless you picked it. So, and I think that's it for consume. The last phase is produce, and during produce, everybody gets to produce a good on any production world. Oh no, not any, each. So each production world in your empire. That does not currently have a good on it. You take a card face down from the deck without looking at it, and put it just underneath that world to indicate that that is that world's good.
Okay.
And again, if you choose produce as the bonus, if you actually play the produce card to set off that phase, then you are allowed to produce a good on any one of your windfall worlds that does not already have a good. So that is the only way to produce on windfall worlds other than just settling the world.
Right.
All right, so every turn we're going to start the turn by deciding which of these phases we absolutely want to do and which bonus we want to do secretly inside your little box. You flip that card over and you put it out in front of you or wherever. I'm just going to put it just like right to the side or there, sure, the corner of my thing. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we can all put +1 space because I don't know what else that's supposed to be for. Honestly, it's probably for an expansion. So when you decide what phase you're going to do, put it face down while it's in your white box so we can't tell what you're picking. And then
the F key flips it over. See.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you mouse,
Just about to ask.
Yeah. So if you mouse over one of the cards and tap the F key, it'll flip it over, and then you can drag it out, and it's hidden.
Yeah. Yeah. I cannot see anything that CJ's doing in his.
Right. Everybody's box is invisible to everybody else.
Yeah. So.
And the reason for that is then you don't know what everybody else is doing, and that makes the game actually really, really interesting.
That's the part of the game that you're really going to pay attention to, because if you can figure out what your opponents are doing, that can actually save you a step and give you additional actions per turn, because you don't have to play that card to get that phase to fire.
Exactly.
Now, do we get I forget. Do we get these cards back at the end of the round, or can we only play them once and then they have to wait?
No, you get them back at the end of the round and then you pick again. You always pick from the full stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last thing I need to look up is how many cards everybody gets to start the game with. And
I don't remember that either.
I don't remember it. So deal 6 face down cards to each player. So everybody's going to start with 6 cards. So I will deal 6 times 1, 2.
Oh, okay. We have hands
4,
too.
5,
How about
6.
that?
There you go. So now you have a hand of cards. You can look at it. You can check out your various.
That might change what we do the first round.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
Now, some of these will be explained on the card, and some of them will not. Holy cow! You are kidding me.
MJ Bomer says military worlds produce bullets.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Blood Wolf, how you doing? Silent, thanks for joining us. Let's see here. That is interesting, isn't it?
Wow.
Well then.
Ooh. Oh, doctor.
This could take a bit to try to figure out now.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Decide. Because some of the stuff has wacky special abilities, and you're just like, And I actually don't understand what. Is there a place that explains the cards individually, or never mind. It's on the. I think it's on
the bottom corner.
Yes and no. Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, so, if you're in Explore, an eye with a +1 means you get to draw an extra card. You don't get to keep an extra card unless it has a +1 with a card symbol in it. A +1 with a red circle indicates +1 military.
Right.
A minus in the diamond indicates that your cards cost that much less to develop.
Right.
Consume is fairly self-explanatory, but I can walk people through it. Thankfully, they were kind enough to put the really confusing ones in text on the card, but it's not always easy to read. Holy God.
This is not good.
Yeah, some of the stuff's a touch. Augie, how you doing? You've been quiet.
I'm looking at cards.
Okay. I
am also looking at cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
busy, nauseous, a little hungry, confused.
I hear you.
All right.
I think I've decided on what I need to do.
Okay.
I've selected a role as well.
All right. I am going to
Sure.
do this thing.
I was gonna say, Z, put it on the +1. There we go.
Yeah. And then Augie will put his right there.
God, I wish I knew what I.
Oh, I was putting it on the victory points, wasn't I?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
That's
a
all
good way
right.
to
Don't
track
worry
it, though.
about it.
Oh, what is the end game conditions in this? That probably should be.
And
12
in game,
cards.
12 cards or 48 victory point chips are
Okay.
handed out. Speaking of which, I will grab the bag.
48 total or 48 for one
48
player?
total.
48 total. There's 48 victory point
Yeah.
chips.
Once
currently
Aaron
in the
gets
pool.
48 victory points, we can all leave.
Yeah, we can go home.
Oh, speaking of which, speaking of me winning, I was going to do a prediction.
Oh yeah. What prediction would you?
I don't have permission to do that action.
How are you not a moderator for your own channel?
No, sadly.
What is the prediction? I'll do it.
That's what we have
I-
Augie for. That's right.
I genuinely don't know. Originally, I was going to say we should do something like military or non-military victory.
Oh, that's not
But
bad. That's
I-
not bad.
Yes and no, because I feel like when our friend H-Bomb would play,
Yeah. Yeah.
he would go military every single time.
He would.
And,
It's not
and
a terrible idea.
No, he was more likely to win with it than without it for sure. But I don't know if it's going to be 50-50 because 3 of us started without any military at all.
That's,
Rawr.
well,
we
you just never know.
would basically be saying, is Dave going to win or not?
Right.
For the most part.
Well, you never know what you're going to draw. I mean, we all.
Yeah,
have a
it's
handful
true.
of
We
cards.
could get into military even if Dave does as well. So.
Yeah.
Still
Bubble
wide
says,
open.
let's do that.
All right, military or non-military victory.
Okay.
Done.
We'll classify a military victory as the player who wins has more military planets than non-military.
Okay.
So
yeah, that would make
more
sense. Yeah, 'cause
more
that's how
red
you're gonna
planets
place your
than-
planets.
yeah, more red planets than
Are there
black
military
ones.
developments, Aaron?
I don't think so. No, but
No,
there are
okay.
developments that give you military.
They give.
I
you
know
military,
because I know because I have one.
okay.
I know a man. He is me.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. Military and non-military victory. Go ahead and place your predicted points. Go ahead and wager however many points you would like to wager. It is up to you.
Let's
Everybody
do
can
this.
get in on the fun. Get in on the fun. All right, and while you're doing that, oh, there we go. I was going to say it wouldn't let me. Let's do. Okay, very good. All right, so we've all picked a role. Let's go ahead and flip them over and find out what everybody picked. I did develop. CJ did develop.
I did.
Dave did explorer. And Augie, I can't see. There we
Just
go.
keep
Settle.
flipping over.
Augie did so. All right, so we're going to do explore, then develop, then settle. In that order.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start with Explorer, and we always start with the player who chose the role. So, Z, as the player who chose the +1/+1, you get to draw 3 cards from the deck and keep 2 of them. You have to give 1 of them back. Well, you have to discard 1 of them, I should say.
You can tap the number of cards you want to draw over the deck. So if you want to draw 2 more, just tap 2.
It's not
He-
doing that.
He means press 2 on the keyboard.
Oh,
And that should be
Okay.
all 3 cards. And then you can put 1 back. Do we have a discard pile?
No. Just put them.
Just put 'em up
I
here.
don't know. Yeah, buy the bags, I guess.
Yeah, I was
But
going to say
they
I just wanted
should-
to keep it away from the deck itself.
They should be face down. Actually, why don't we put them on the other side of the bag? 'Cause that'll
there
be
you
the
go.
discard
So
pile
we'll
that's
put
up
'em-
there.
We'll put them here. Once you
Yeah.
figure out which one you want, Dave. Put the.
All right.
put the
While
discard pile right
while he's doing that, Augie, you get to draw one card, 2 cards, and keep one. And then I get to draw 2 cards and keep one. And CJ, you get to do the same.
there. I will
Oh
do
my!
the same.
What on earth is that?
I don't understand what. Wait.
What is this?
Oh.
This is some horrifying nonsense.
Oh my! All right.
I
so
will
I'm
not.
going
not.
to.
Do we
So
take the whole deck?
set it right up here. Set it right up here.
Wait a minute. What is this card hanging loose?
That's
the
one
one.
that Z
That's me. I'm just discarding. Does it get
Just
discarded or?
We're gonna, yeah,
The
we're gonna discard up here.
discard pile is going to be up here.
Okay.
Here we go.
Z,
Because
what
they
do you
have
do
to
with
be
your card?
face down, and we just don't want to make it confusing.
Yeah.
All right, and I will discard this one.
So then, should I flip the card over in my
Yeah.
hand before I put it
Yep.
into the?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you put it in the discard pile.
Yeah,
Yep.
or put it
Somebody keeps flipping the deck over. Stop that.
It's not me.
Not me.
It's not on the pile. It's just kind
There
of
you go.
get on the pile.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, so everybody's explored. Now we're on to the develop phase. CJ and I both get a -1 cost to develop, which is
Yay.
good because I am going to develop terraforming robots.
Ooh.
They cost 3, which means I only have to discard 2 cards to do it. And when I settle a world, I get to draw a card.
All right.
And they can also consume brown goods for 1 victory point and an additional card.
Oh, very nice.
I like that. So I have to discard 2 cards. I'm going to toss this one and this one. And go.
All right.
Go ahead, CJ.
I'm going to place
You also get a discount.
Yep. I'm gonna place a public works. Which
That
costs
is
me
free.
0. Yes. And that
But
lets
every
me-
time every
you-
time you develop, you get to draw a card, and you can use it to consume goods for 1 victory point apiece.
Yeah. I thought that was a good choice.
Yeah, very good.
All
All
right.
right.
Z, would you like to?
Z, would
develop
you
one of
like
your
to
diamond planets or diamond
Yeah.
cards?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what some of these things actually mean.
I know some of them are very complicated.
But it's like, so, okay, so the production phase is phase 5, right?
Yes, that is correct. And somebody has to pick it in order to
Otherwise,
develop.
it doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, but, because I see cards that say, like, phase 5, produce a good.
Yes.
But if you produce a good on every planet anyways, what's the point of having a card that says produce a good?
It's just reminding you that you can produce a good there.
Yeah, it has to be a planet with a exterior aura or an interior color on the.
Yeah, I
top
think
left.
it's also reminding you what color good it is.
Yeah. So you need a planet that has a colored circle on the inside or outside in the top left.
Yeah.
So like the planet you have, for instance, produces nothing even during a produce phase.
Right, which is like, okay, well,
So you need some planets like what Aaron has in order to produce something, where it has a blue circle or an aura around said world.
all right, I'm going to try something.
All right.
And then you guys can see why I'm confused.
No,
possibly.
it's okay.
All
Some
right.
of these cards are like genuinely like, what the heck?
Yeah, we're gonna go with this one here. So, come on. We put this down here,
Okay.
Expanding colony.
and we discard this one here.
It's the British.
But do you see how it says produce a good on
Well,
one?
First of all, you're gonna have to save it because that's a world, not a development.
Oh, that was the wrong card then.
It's gotta be a diamond.
Sorry,
That's
wrong
okay.
one.
No, that's okay.
It's okay.
This one comes out. That's the one
That's-
cost.
There you go.
There you go. New military tactics. May discard this card from the tableau for +3 military this phase.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Basically, you can
Very
self-destruct
nice.
this thing to give you an extra 3.
Wow. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
he can at any time have a military of 5 with that card, but
Sir, we don't
he
have
does
enough
have to. He does have to throw it away, which
Right.
is the only really good news, but
Yeah.
it is still a military of 5, which is a lot.
But did you see all the expandicality? How it had that in Phase 5 blue production thing?
Yeah.
Yes, that would have allowed you to put a good on a blue windfall world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's where. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what those are.
But as it stands, you have a self-destructing base. Sir, we're out of missiles. No, we are the missile.
Not out till I say we're out.
You developing something or no?
Augie,
Huh?
are you developing something?
Am I developing something?
I don't know. I'm asking.
That's why we're asking you.
Are
We don't
you?
know.
We're in the develop phase and you're last to go. So if you would like to develop something, you may
Would you
play
like to put out a diamond card?
a diamond
Oh.
card from your hand and then pay that many cards to build it, and it will give you victory points, and it will probably give you some additional feature as well.
Yeah, you don't have
Oh.
to build one, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got here? Expedition Force. Ooh, that's a good one. Every time he explores, he gets to look at one additional card, and he gets +1 military for free, for nothing.
Oh,
Okay, so Augie now has 1 military, so you have to discard 1 card to build it. Yes. So
Ooh.
off that goes.
Nice.
All right, fair enough. But now you've got +1 military, and you get to look at 1 more card every time you explore. Very good.
Very nice.
All right, the last thing is settling, which Augie picked. So Augie, you get the bonus. If you settle this turn, you get to draw a card after placing a world. And you go first. He's settling a world too. My goodness. All right. New Vinland. Very nice. A production world. All right, so you'll have to discard 2 cards, but you can consume a good to draw 2 cards. Now that's interesting.
That is kind of
Because that's basically just, it lets you trade a novelty good for free. You don't even have to pick the trade novelty card to do it.
oh, that's
Yeah, make sure you discard the right 2 cards, Augie.
Yeah.
You discard something you wanted to keep your out of luck. Okay, so now that you've done that, because you picked the settle phase, you get to draw a card. So go ahead and draw 1 card to your hand.
Oh, so okay. So unless you have a planet that has the consume power, you can't draw cards from your goods.
You can. You have to specifically use the trade card.
Yeah, but if you have no goods, then you can't trade any goods. So, like right now, you have no, so trade wouldn't do you any good. Which tells me that on your next turn, that's not what you're going to play, and that's kind of where the strategy kind of falls into place.
But the thing I was trying to point out for Augie's benefit was that because his card lets him trade a good for 2 cards, ordinarily when you don't pick the consume action and you just get to do it, and you just happen to have a good, you usually just get a victory point for it. But Augie has the option now of actually being able to trade without picking the trade card, because normally you have to play the trade card in order to trade.
Now he has a world that gives him an additional option.
Literally lets him trade whenever anybody consumes. As long as Augie has a good to trade, he can do that using the New Vinland. So well done, Augie. I think I will also settle, and I'm going to settle a Galactic Resort.
Ooh, that looks fancy.
Is very pretty. It is a windfall world, so I will draw a good and add it to that world. And then I have to discard my entire hand because it's 3 cards.
That is a beefy one.
But you get a victory point and a card when you trade.
Yes.
That is correct.
So it is not a small thing.
No,
and it's 2 victory points.
Yeah, and it is worth 2 victory points just out of the gate. So, CJ, would you like to settle? Yes or no?
I would like to settle.
Oh boy, we're off to a flying start.
Now we don't get victory points right now, do we? We only get them to add to the chart when we trade for them
as we go along. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna play an Alien Rosetta
Stone, Lord!
Which is an amazing card to have early on. It gives me plus
You've got
2
to be
military
joking.
and -2 to settling.
-2 cost or +2 military to place yellow production or windfall worlds.
Yes. And
Now, mind you, that is only effective for yellow worlds, just FYI.
correct.
But he has
But-
a yellow world.
But you can also use it to produce on a yellow world.
On the yellow windfall world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not have a yellow world currently. His world is brown.
Oh, yeah, that's brown.
Okay.
You get the halo is hard to tell with brown and yellow. So
Yeah.
I look at the circles in the third section underneath. That would tell you.
Wait, where?
If you look at the Alpha Centauri card under phase 3, there are two brown circles that say -1 +1.
They still look yellow to me.
Yeah, it still looks yellow to me.
All right. Well,
it doesn't look as yellow when you see both of them. They don't look as yellow.
Yeah.
But when you just look at it by itself, it looks.
it's a lot clearer when you're looking at the cards in your hand
your
in
hand,
real
yeah.
life.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
All right, I am going to also play a world.
Sorry, I got.
Okay, is it the one we saw before? No, it's not.
Nope.
It's a gambling world. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so oh boy. All right. So what is this to?
So apparently,
I
get
can't
to-
read it. I can't read it.
So on phase 4, I get to either discard a card to get 1 victory point. Discard a good to get 1 victory point. I think it's an and. I can pick. Is it an and or an or? I'm not sure.
It looks like an and to me.
It looks like an and, 'cause
There's not a line between them indicating a choice.
Yeah, I pick a number 1 through 7, flip a card, and I keep it if its cost or defense matches.
Nice. And that goes to your hand, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So pretty much-
That's fucking cool.
I get a chance to gamble to get, more cards.
Guess what? Your planet's mine now. I'm sorry. What? Yeah, I gambled for it.
Yeah,
I don't think
not to mention that card actually gives you the amount of cards that have those numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
right.
interesting. That's
What do you mean the
really-
amount of cards that have those numbers?
So you're gonna guess 1 to 7, and then you get that number. So, for instance, if you guessed 4, you get to place a development that is between 8 or less. A planet
Wait, what?
that is
No,
5 or
no,
less.
no,
No.
CJ, no, CJ,
No.
I
think I picked that number.
If he picks 4,
Right.
there are 8 developments that cost 4 in the deck. There are
Oh, I
5 regular worlds that cost 4
that's your
in the deck.
probability.
Oh, that's
And there are
Oh.
2 military worlds that cost 4 in the deck. That's what that means.
Okay.
But it
So this
still
tells me-
gives him the tables. He
but
he
it has
can
to
have a
match.
better idea of the
Yeah.
odds. But yes, it has to match whatever he picks. And there
That's
are
interesting.
numbers
So
from
so
1
picking
to 2,
0 and
so.
7 would be a very
Yeah.
dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
But picking, 1 and 2, 1, 2, or 3, I have a higher chance of
Okay.
getting one of those. Okay, that
is
makes sense.
interesting.
Now.
That's
It's
interesting.
still better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody settled. So that ends that phase. Go ahead and take your phase card back.
Yeah.
And we move on to round numero 2. You may select a new card.
All right.
Well, I mean, I think there's really only one choice for me here.
Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much, yeah, exactly. Everybody's exploring this round. Mm-hmm.
Are we, though?
Are we? Are you?
Okay,
Whatever.
there we go.
There's an explorer that lets you draw 1 card and keep an extra card, and there's also an explorer that lets you draw 5 extra cards, but you still only get to keep 1. And
Right.
the same thing with consume. There's 2 consumes and there's 2 settles. Actually, why are there 2 settles?
I mentioned before the cards with the extra
Oh,
symbol in the lower right
gotcha.
is just for 2-player games, so you can ignore that.
Right.
You can actually delete it if it's bothering you. You can just
That's
toss
not.
it.
I just haven't noticed it.
Just
I'm
gonna
like,
You can use either one. Doesn't matter.
All right.
They do
Okay,
the
all right.
same thing.
I got
what was
my.
that?
Don't worry
Okay,
about
we're just waiting on CJ.
right there.
All right, flip them.
it.
Flipped.
I am consuming.
hold up.
CJ is consuming. Z is exploring, and Augie is
Frip it.
exploring. Okay.
Yay.
Well then, all right. So consume away. So all right, we will start with the explore phase, and we will start with Z. You can go ahead and draw 3 cards and keep 2 of them. And then
3.
while he's deciding which one to throw away, Augie, you may draw 3 cards and keep 2 of them. I will draw 2 cards and keep 1.
Oh, what the fuck?
And I'll draw 2 cards. Is it that bad?
Oh my god, you must
wait.
be joking.
So military are the red numbers in the circle,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That changes
Is it
things a
better
bit.
now? Is it better?
It's better now. It's much better now.
Oh, hell.
Jesus.
Oh my.
Still gotta figure this out though.
Now you got this. You got this.
I won. Alright, so what do these colors mean? Blue is garbage. Alright. That's what these colors mean.
Yes.
Blue is the worst world.
It's the low value ones.
Augie, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, unless you're New Vinland. New Vinland's a great place. It's super place. Top notch. Best garlic bread in the galaxy.
There's definitely not plant people living in the forests.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's try to discard this. Zoom out. Discard.
Boom.
There we go.
Nice. All right.
Alright.
Everybody explored it correctly. Everybody's discarded their stuff.
I think everybody's explored. Yes.
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 Okay, on we go to the consume phase, and we will start with me because I am in not chronological but clockwise order.
Chronological. I happen to be for you.
I chose to consume for double victory points, so I'm going to use the consume ability on the Galactic Resort.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and consume that good for 2 victory points instead of 1.
Okay.
I'll just slide that bad boy
And
over.
you get a card.
Then we will toss 2 victory points out of the victory point pool. Oh, great. Yeah, that's not going to work. And I get to draw a card, so yay.
Solid move.
It works for me.
All right.
Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Oh, come on, man. What are you doing to me?
Did you get a good card or a bad card?
Are there good cards?
I'm going to consume my rare good then for 2 cards or 3 cards.
Well, you chose trade, so you can trade it for 3 cards.
Yeah, I will trade it for 3 cards.
There you go. Draw them bad boys.
God, I'm full of regret, but I do now see the difference between brown and yellow.
Full of regret.
Very good. Very good. I don't think either of the other 2 gentlemen have goods, so they can't.
Well, I don't have a good, but I could still use that consume phase to pick a number.
No. That's. You need to consume a good to do that, I think.
No. It just says pick a number, then question mark and flip a card over.
Hang on. Let me look up the card.
Excellent question.
Gambling World card.
Yeah.
Okay, you must always activate the consume good bit of the ability to activate any bonus abilities written alongside.
Boom.
So any ability in which you can do this and that, you must be able to do both.
Boo. So that didn't work how I wanted it to work. So, well.
Ooh.
Boo.
That's all right.
Boo that card.
Boo that card specifically.
It's all right. All you need is a windfall world, and it's just a free good and a free gamble. All right, so that ends the phase then, and go ahead and take your cards back. We'll move into round 3.
All right. What on earth do I want to do? I don't know.
Whoa. Too zoomed in. Too close. Too close.
All right.
Zoom away. Zoom away.
I don't know if this is the right choice, but it's what I'm going with.
I'm not sure. All right, I'm going with this one.
All right. Just waiting on Z.
Flip and move into position.
There. All right.
All right.
Flip
Flip
'em,
'em.
gentlemen.
I am producing, CJ is exploring, Z is settling, and Augie is settling as well.
Ooh, very nice.
All right, so we will start with the explore phase, and we'll start with CJ, who draws 3 and
Yep.
keeps 2.
I will draw 3, and I'll have a look at what nonsense I got. Oh.
All right, Z, you get to draw 2 and keep 1.
All right. 2.
Augie, you get to draw 2 and keep 1.
Oh, God.
I get to draw 2 and keep 1. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm going to
Fuck.
set that down right there.
Oh, man.
Part of
Why
me wants to keep that card for the rest of the game just to make sure Z never sees it. Oh my God.
Why you gotta be like that, huh?
It was horrifying, Z. It was horrifying.
All the military.
All right.
Has everybody discarded a card who explored?
So. Yeah, I just
All right.
discarded 2.
All right. So let's move on to the settle phase. Everyone can settle a planet if they would so choose.
I would so choose.
Well, we'll start with the players who actually chose it. Z and Augie. Start with Z.
All right.
If you are ready to settle a planet, you may do so.
Oh no, I've messed up.
Did you mean develop?
No, not that part. It's
Oh.
just something that I did earlier. Oh well. Whoops. Here you go.
Oh, good. Ooh.
Evian uplift race. Okay, that's cool because that gives you a good.
And
So you will be able to consume.
It's a genetic
It's-
good.
It's a gene good. Oh, yeah, I'll just go ahead and put that there.
Boom.
And it's military, so I didn't have to spend any cards.
No, yeah, it's also under 2, so you didn't have to use your new military tactics to take it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
So
nice
well
of them.
done. Well done, and it didn't cost you anything. Augie, it's your turn to say. Oh, by the way, you get to draw a card, Z.
Oh
Because
yes.
you picked the settle bonus, so.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Ruh-roh.
Augie, this is a military ship. You need a lot more military to settle that.
Damn it.
It's the web.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the red ones. You have 1 military, which is not enough for that. You need 3 more. If you had the new military tactics, you could settle that planet.
So Augie has a planet that I want.
Do you have another planet you'd like to settle for now? There you go. Epsilon Eridani gives you an additional military, and it also gives you the ability to consume a good for 1 victory point and 1 card, much like mine. But it does not produce or windfall goods at all. It's also worth 1 victory point at the end of the game, so there's that. I wasn't going to settle, and I don't think I should.
Okay. You don't have to, man.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want with your cards. They're your cards.
I know, but it's just like...
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be one of the uncool kids without planets, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm going to wind up being one of the uncool kids without planets. I am going to settle an empath world.
Ooh, there you
Which
go.
gives -1 to my total military.
But you get a genetic good for that as well, right?
That is true. I get a genetic good for that, and I get to plaster that
Some stem
onto
cells
that
for your
world.
pile.
Sure, why not? Leaves me with one card in hand, but there we go. CJ, would you like to settle?
I would. So if I'm not mistaken, because of this card,
Did you remember to draw a card after you settled that world? Because you also played the settle card, so you get to draw a card after settling a
yeah,
world.
draw a card, Augie.
So what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, draw a card. There we go.
CJ, you do not get to draw a card after settling, but
don't.
you may still settle if you
Yeah.
wish.
So I pay -3 for worlds, or is that -1 for brown
For
worlds?
for yellow,
I gotcha. And that's for brown
and
worlds.
-1 for brown worlds.
All right.
Yes.
So in
Oh
that case,
man, you're getting all kinds of discounts.
I know. So I'm gonna place.
That's a brown world.
Okay.
That costs you one less, so it'll cost 2.
That's no problem. I just
But-
wanted to make
but
sure I was throwing away the right stuff.
But it also increases your military by +1, and it's a brown windfall world, so it gives you another good.
Yep. So I'm gonna toss that one, and I'm gonna toss that one,
And throw a brown windfall good on there.
boom.
Very good.
All right.
And I think that's it for settling. Everybody settled, so we're going to go on to the final phase, which is produce. So starting with me, all of your production worlds produce a good. So my Earth's Lost Colony produces. But because I picked the action, I also get to produce on one windfall world. So I will produce on the Galactic Resort.
Right.
CJ does not have any production worlds.
No.
And I don't think...
Nope.
Z does either. Nope, he has a windfall world, but it already has a good on it. Augie, on the other hand, gets a free good thrown on New Vinland.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take a card from the deck and throw it under New Vinland. That is yours for free. It's a gift from me. Enjoy.
A gift, he says.
All right. So that ends the produce phase, and I will take that back. And everybody take your phase cards back and pick a new phase for the next round.
I
Ooh.
shall.
This is rough. This is gonna be rough.
Yeah, it is a little rough.
I'm hoping you guys do what I want
Right?
you to do.
For sure. So
I don't know if this is the right move at all, but it's what I'm going with. By the way, one thing that I may not have covered in the rules, you have a hand limit of 10 cards. You can go over that during the course of the turn, but at the end of all phases, you must discard down to 10.
right.
Aha. Yes. All right. Is everybody picked?
I
Nope.
have not. I am still
Chris is not.
scratching my head.
CJ is still mulling it over.
I am.
Do what I want you to do. You know what I want you to
If you tell me what it is, I can help you.
Just read my mind, man.
I'm trying, man.
Everybody has played. Flip over your cards.
Oh, jeez.
I am trading.
Let's see
CJ is
what-
developing. Augie is exploring, and
I am
Z is
also
exploring.
All right.
Okay, so you two will start by exploring. And you each get to draw 3 cards and keep 2.
All right, taking 3.
And discard
you-
one of those 3.
you
Augie, you
explore
may
and keep
also... yeah, because they picked the explore card.
Oh, I screwed that up last time. That's okay. I totally
You-
threw away 2 cards.
Oh,
It's
You
okay.
had
It's all good.
played the explore card, and
Yeah,
all right.
it's water under
So
the bridge.
Since you and I did not, we get to draw 2 cards and only keep 1.
All right, I'll draw 2 cards and I'll only keep 1, and I'll try to f this up. Neither one of these is very good.
oh, well, this does me no good, so I'm gonna get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's too bad. It's too bad.
All right, has everybody discarded the required amount of cards from
Yeah.
exploring?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay, so we move on to development, starting with CJ.
Yes. And mine costs 1 less.
Yes, because you also get to draw a card after you've developed.
Yes. And I'm going to play that, which does the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Wait. That's not quite the same thing.
Isn't it?
No, look at the icons. They're different.
Oh,
This.
So what does this mean?
that's a good question. Explain.
Because that's what I was going to play as well.
Okay, give me a moment.
which, depending on his answer, might change. If,
Right. Oh, here we go. It's draw one more card, keep one. Keep one more
No.
card. Is that symbol?
No, we're looking for.
It's on the other card that's over here. Here's all the symbolism over here. The hand with the card is draw a card, and the develop plus a card. Where I don't see that symbol.
Where's the thing?
Here's the over. The
I think it just says draw. Means just draw 2 cards because it's just there's the 2 with the
And
hand with the 2.
it's under develop. Draw 1 card at the start of this phase. So before you develop, you get to draw a card.
Oh.
So so he's going to draw a card before he develops. Then after he develops, he's going to draw another one.
Oh, okay.
For God's
But
sake.
not this time because I just played this.
No, because you just played it,
Yeah.
not this time.
So I just draw 1 card. Okay.
Yeah, you
so
draw
I'm gonna
1 card this
spend
time.
this card to play that card, and then I will draw 1 card.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry about that. I just
It's okay. Yeah, if you have questions about the symbol, they're all under the phase in which they're
okay.
played. So, Z, would you like to develop something? You have a ton of cards over there. You might want to.
I do, but I think I'm going to develop differently than I originally thought.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to come on, get on there.
There
Make
you
some
go.
space
Oh
Marines.
yeah, Space Marines.
Oh, here we go. So now he has a military of 4.
And I'm getting rid of.
And he can have a military of up to 7 if he decides
Nicely
to
done,
discard
nicely done.
his military tactics.
right.
Wow.
Augie,
Okay.
would you like to develop?
Here we go.
That's the diamond planets. Or
Diamond planets.
places. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Total
and
nah.
the
All right.
pantsless one.
I am not developing.
Okay. All right.
All right. So development ends. We move on to consuming, starting
Yep.
with me.
Yeah.
And I will trade this Jeans good for 4 cards.
Ooh.
Wow.
And draw 4.
Nice.
Thank you. And then, oh dear God in heaven. And then I will, do I consume the Galactic Resort or Earth's Lost Colony? I can more easily get the Earth's Lost Colony good back. So even though it won't let me draw an additional card, I will go ahead and consume that for 1 victory point chip this time instead of 2 because I did not pick the doubler.
All right.
We have to, oh, did you put those back in the bag?
What's that? I didn't touch it.
I'm drawing these out of the bag so we keep count of how many.
Just delete them, Aaron.
Yeah, just delete them.
Yeah,
there we go.
done.
Problem solved. Okay,
Problem
so now
solved.
45 victory points are left in the victory point pool. Okay, so that's going to be the last. I'm keeping this last good. I'm not using it.
Okay.
Or is that stupid? No, it's not stupid. I'm going to keep it. It is stupid, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you live your life, man? Live your life.
Thank you.
We're not.
I appreciate your permission.
All right, who's next?
CJ would be next in order.
No, we already.
If
did
he
this.
has any
I already
goods.
did it. Remember, I did this.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
you
That's the
consumed?
What's that? Oh, trade. I'm sorry, you consumed.
I'm doing consuming. So you can consume if you have a consumability, which I think you do.
I think so.
But it is through your public works and it is just for 1 victory point. So if you want to trade that good for 1 victory point, you can.
I think I'll hold on to it
Okay.
because it is a brown good, so-
I'm gonna consume, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick the number. I'm gonna go for the number 3. Let's
All right.
try a 3. Actually, no.
Okay.
Let's try a 4. We're gonna try
All
a
right,
4.
try a 4. Okay, so
We'll try a 4.
the good goes in the discard. Take the top card. Well, actually, I can do this for you. We'll put it right there, and we'll flip it over reveal. It's a 1.
Oh, it's a 1.
That's
Sorry.
all right.
You don't get
That's
to keep
all right.
it, but you do still get 1 victory point. So go ahead and push your
that's-
victory
I mean,
point
that's something.
chip,
There's nothing else to get a point anyway.
Yep.
and I will delete that fresh victory point chip. We're down to 44 in the pool.
It was a
Last
was a
but not
gamble.
least is Augie. Do you want to consume your? You actually, you have a no. You only have one choice, really. No, you have two choices.
No, he can
You
consume
can use
for a point in the
Epsilon.
card.
Yeah, you can consume for a point in a card or for 2 cards. What would you like to do, or would you like to keep the good?
I'll consume the good for 2 cards.
Okay.
2 cards. Go ahead and draw 2. Well done.
Ooh.
All right, that ends the consume phase, and we end that round. And go ahead and put those back into your tableau and pick
Yeah.
whichever card you want for the next round. Which for me, I think is going to be that one.
This is tough now.
Yeah, it is.
I need to get these 2 cards out there, and it's just not happening for me right now.
I hear you there. I hear you there. I'm gonna go with this choice.
We're gonna do this. Hope for the best.
All right, flip them over.
How about
Settle, explore, and develop. Okay, so only the first 3 phases. We're going to start with explore, and we'll start with CJ.
all right, so I draw 3 and keep 2 this time.
Keep 2, yes.
Yes.
Keep 2.
Oh,
I draw-
dear
And
God.
Z gets to draw 3 and keep 2.
Oh, why? Why?
Augie gets to draw 2 and keep 1.
I want all
and,
of these things.
And I also get to draw 2 and keep 1.
All right, I will toss that 1.
Oh man.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
This is some bullshit. All right, we're gonna get rid of that one. See, we need to keep these 2 at least. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh God.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more.
All right. Everybody done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It is time to develop.
Yeah.
Starting with Augie, who gets to develop at a cost of -1. So your development is 1 cheaper.
Boom.
Augie's developing Space Marines. Oh boy!
Nice.
So it only costs you 1. We've got an arms race. I wasn't going to develop, but now I'm thinking I maybe should. You know what? I will develop. I'm going to develop export duties because
Nice.
it allows me to trade for 1 additional card whenever I trade, and it will only cost me 1 card. So I will throw that.
True. This is
We'll
true.
throw that card away. And CJ.
Oh. I want to, but I don't think.
Not want to?
Exactly.
You want to, but not want to.
Yeah.
So I feel your
I
pain.
don't think I can afford to right now, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'm going to hold
Yeah.
on.
I'm also gonna pass on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So no more development. We'll move on to settling, and this time it starts with me, and I get to draw a card afterwards.
Yes.
I am going to settle a prosperous world for 3, and I will lose you. You're no good. And you're kind of terrible.
Nice.
All right, I will take all 3 of these and discard them.
Nice.
And then I get to draw a card because I picked settle.
Nice.
All right.
So Aaron, with my worlds that I got over here, with that have the, oh no, they're for settling. Never mind. Oh no, yeah, the develop ones, the ones that give me extra cards. Would I have gotten that even though I didn't play the card, just for doing the settling feature, or?
Actually, yeah, the Interstellar Bank would give you 1 just at the start of any develop phase. So yeah, you can draw a card.
So I should have drew a card. Okay.
Yep. The other one requires you to build a development. So since you didn't, you wouldn't get that one.
That's fine.
But you do get the one from the Interstellar Bank just because the development phase took place.
Okay. I guess I should have done it then, and I didn't. That's okay. We'll live with that.
It's not a big deal.
Nah, not at the
What?
end of the world. I am going to.
Ooh.
Ugh. I'm gonna live with that, and I am going to. I think I'm gonna put out this fuel cache.
Ooh, Rebel fuel cache. You do have enough military for it.
Yes, and that gives me a
Uh,
brown good.
Yep, it gives you a brown windfall good.
All right, boom.
Oof.
All right, that didn't cost me anything, so I'm okay with that.
Z, would you like to settle a planet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt though.
Oh, I feel your pain. I feel your pain so much.
It's worth 4 victory points, though.
Put a good there, and I gotta get rid of
5
1,
cards.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oof. That emptied your hand right out.
Yep.
But you get an alien good, and that's not a bad thing. And that's worth 4 victory points too. That's not bad. How about you, Augie? You gonna colonize a planet there, buddy?
Probably should.
Probably yes.
Generally not a bad idea unless you're saving cards for something else. A
secluded
secluded world. Ooh, Augie, I think that was a smart move.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so it's a production world, and they both produce goods and need goods, so that works out. And it only costs you 1. Well done. All right, so that ends that phase, and that ends the round.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take your card back and select your next
Ooh.
Ooh.
your next phase card.
All right. Where is it?
Wondering if Augie's going to run away with this one.
You don't know. You don't know.
Because he's straddling 2 lines there, but it's so far it hasn't worked out for him yet, but it might pay off in the end.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am very clearly not going military.
No, but you do have a
To the point where I have non-negative military. I have -1. My army rolls up on a planet and they laugh at it.
The pacifist world.
It's like one old guy and his teenage grandson in a 57 Chevy just floating through space.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see if this works out for us.
All right, we'll see. Flip over your phase cards.
Flippity.
I am producing. CJ's developing. Ooh, interesting. So
And settling.
Z is trading, and so we get 4 phases, but no exploring.
No exploring, no.
Did that backfire? We'll find out. So we'll start with developing, which is CJ. It's genuinely to his benefit to develop, so I can't blame him for that. You start by drawing a card.
Okay.
And then you may develop for a cost of -1.
Yes.
And then if you develop, you get to draw an additional card.
So I'm going to develop this card.
Replicant robots. Ooh, oh my.
And that's going to cost me...
It's going to cost you 3.
One.
It's going to cost you 3, but from now on, settling planets costs you 2 less cards.
Yes. That's kind of what I was thinking. 1, 2, and 3, and then I get to draw a card after that.
Yep, because you did develop something, so well done. On to Z. Would you like to?
Nope.
Would you like to? He's not going to. He's not developing. All right. So on to Augie. Would you like to develop?
No.
And I will also not develop. So that was all CJ.
That
well
was
done.
a good choice then.
All right. So we move on to settling, and we start with Augie.
Okay. Now I should have enough to do it this time.
Oh boy. Yeah. Wait a minute. Is it the military world again?
You got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you have enough, so you don't have to discard the cards, Augie. That's the great thing about military.
Yeah. Boom. Nice.
You keep all those cards, and you now have a alien robot scout ship, which gives you an additional military, so you're up to 5. You also get a windfall good, so we'll put an alien windfall good
Like this-
behind that.
Like the cards really dictate so much. Like I have this military, and I have not seen military cards.
Yeah, because I keep drawing them and discarding them. Get them out of my hand.
All right.
I had a rebel base go through my hand, and I'm like, nope, he's not seeing that. Nope, not happening.
What are you gonna do,
all right.
Sharon? Are you gonna?
No, I'm not. I'm not settling.
All right.
I can't. Augie, don't forget to draw a card because you played the settle card.
Yeah.
CJ, you have if you have enough cards, you probably should settle if you can, because I mean it's going to be cheap pretty much no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But he's close to ending the game too.
It's even cheaper if it's a yellow card or a brown card.
Is that a brown card?
It is a brown card, so that will cost you 3 and then -1 more, so it'll cost you 2 cards.
All right.
And it's a production world. And it's worth 3 points. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I think Chris is going to win this one.
It was a really good move. It was a really good move. All right, so that has happened. So and now we go over to Z. Are you settling the world or no?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, we're all in that same boat. All right. So now Z has chosen to trade.
Yay!
Yes, I'm trading a yellow good.
For 4 big cards, or 5 big cards. 5 big cards. Just draw 5 cards from the deck. I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle this discard pile right now.
Captain Clam Slam says Aaron is stealing your army.
No, I'm not. I absolutely am not.
Oh, the army came home.
Nice.
Army didn't give a crap. All right, so Augie, would you like to consume that 1 good you have? You can consume it for 1 card, for a victory point in a card, or for 2 cards.
Ooh.
But it is a yellow good, which means if you choose to trade it later, it could be worth 5 cards.
Right.
It's up to you.
I think I'll wait to trade it later.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have a similar problem. I have a novelty good, which isn't worth much.
Yeah.
But it would be worth a victory point chip and a card, which is not bad at this point.
Oh, that's true.
And if I wait, I'm basically just getting 1 more victory point for it, which is not that important. All right, so I'll go ahead and consume that good for 1 victory point chip and a card.
Ooh.
So you have to 4, and I draw a card. And I take another victory point chip out of that thing and delete it.
Ooh.
Down to 43. I'm thinking we're gonna get to 12 for somebody before we even come anywhere near this victory point pool, but we'll see.
Oh, it's 12 build. I thought it was 10 buildings.
12, right?
No, 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, Chris is about to end it like
no, not quite.
Once somebody builds their 12th thing, we finish out the round, and then that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so
all right, so
I do have a slight chance then of not coming in last.
Okay, you traded it, so you can't use your gambling world. Okay, just checking. All right, last thing is producing. I picked the produce ability, so I will go ahead and you produce using the last card there. I will take the deck from the discard and bring it down to the draw pile.
Heck out of it.
Yep, I will shuffle the hell out of it. I get to put 1 on my prosperous world as well. And my because I picked the card, I get to put on a windfall world, and I'm torn. I think it would just be wise to put it on the empath world because it's worth more in trade, but we shall see.
Well, I've picked my card for the next round.
So do I produce on New Earth then, Aaron? That's a
it's a brown good. Yeah, you get to produce. Anyone else? I think Z is without any production worlds. All windfall. And Augie gets to produce on New Vinland.
Ooh.
And his secluded world. Both get goods. Because neither had goods to begin with. So congratulations, Augie. I just fed you free cards or points. Or both. All right, so that ends that phase and it ends the round. So go ahead and take the card back and pick your next big one, as it were. Whatever you're going to do.
Gentlemen, excuse me for just one moment. I'll be right back.
All right, fair enough. Do as you will. Holy God.
Actually, now I'm having second thoughts about what my plan is.
What? Come on, why?
1, 2. Three. Nope, won't have enough. Still won't have enough. So yeah, we will continue with our current plan. It may work out for us.
All right, so we all picked a phase. Why don't we go ahead and reveal them?
Oh, did Chris already pick his phase?
Yeah, he already picked his phase, so we can just go ahead and reveal. I am consuming for double victory points. CJ's consuming to trade. Z is going to produce, and Augie's going to develop. All right, so we might as well start with you, Augie, since we're waiting for CJ. Go ahead and develop if you'd like. It costs you 1 card less to develop whatever you're developing. He develops replicant robots for 3. And like CJ, it costs -2 for you to settle a planet from here on out. Go ahead and create a new discard pile. I cannot develop, so I'm out. And now that CJ's back, he can tell us whether or not he's going to develop.
I sure am. I think. What's develop again? That's the second one.
You get to draw a card for being in the develop phase. And then if you can develop, you can develop something and gain an additional card if you'd like, or you can just not.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm also not going to develop.
All right, so nobody develops aside from Augie, so we end the phase. We go to consuming. Now, I consumed for double victory points. You can bet your sweet golly bip that I'm consuming all 3 of these for 6 victory points and 1 card. So that will put me up to 10.
Mm.
Oof.
And I will delete 6 of these.
Oof. And then Aaron surges up in the leading.
Yep.
6.
Yep. That's all right. It's not over yet.
Wait and draw a card. And then CJ, if you would like to consume, you may do so now. In fact, you picked trade, so you can trade. And then if you have additional abilities, you can consume 4 victory points, but they're at the rate of 1 each.
Yeah. So this New Earth lets me trade for a victory point and then get a card?
Yep.
All right. So I guess I will toss...
They are all brown, so
Yeah.
if you trade 1... I think you might as well trade one of the ones that you can't consume, which
Yeah.
I think are all of them.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
the public works does let you consume for victory points. So you actually could get rid of all 3 of your goods this turn if you wanted.
Yeah.
I did this somewhat backwards, but that's okay.
All right, so you're consuming that for the trade, which means you get to draw 3 cards.
Yeah. So I'll draw.
And then if you consume the others for victory points, you can use New Earth to draw an additional card.
Yeah, that's
and
what
get
I was thinking.
and get yourself 2 victory points as well.
And then 2 cards.
No, just 1.
Or just 1?
Yeah, the cards are not doubled in
gotcha.
case of doubling, and only your New Earth lets you draw a card as
I
well
see.
as
You
get a
get to
victory
trigger
point.
it once. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that wasn't a terrible choice.
No, not at all. I'd say you mitigated the damage I did quite nicely.
So I gain 1 victory point or 2? 1.
You gain 2 victory points,
Gotcha.
and I gotta take them out of the bag and delete them.
All right.
All right,
Stop that.
and
Stop
Z.
that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's like,
Z.
stop.
Z has no goods.
All right.
Cannot. Augie does, but it's up to
him.
him. Yeah. Do you wanna? You can consume 1 for 1 card. You can consume 1 for a victory point and a card. You can consume 1 for 2 cards. Or you could consume 2 for 1 victory point, but I wouldn't do that unless you had no other choice.
I'll pass.
Ooh.
You're not gonna touch them. You're gonna leave them right where they are.
Yep.
Okay. He's leaving them alone. All right. So no consumption there, and then we go to the produce phase. kindly chosen by Z, although I'm not entirely sure why. Did you just want to produce something on a Windfall world?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, you do have your deserted alien colony. That's a great place to produce.
Yep.
I didn't want all you guys to. I was hoping that you guys.
Well,
We're
this
gonna
is
trade,
why
so-
I was thinking Augie should have consumed something, because now we're going to produce, and he has nowhere to produce. But I will go ahead and produce my 2 things that I get.
And I get to produce
Thank
on
you.
just New Earth is the only non-windfall.
Just
one
New Earth. Yep, it's the
Yeah.
only non-Windfall world.
I have. Okay.
Yeah, and I was the same boat. Windfall couldn't do anything.
Oops.
All right, so that ends that round. Go ahead and take your cards back, and then choose again.
All right.
See what people had.
Guess I'm gonna do this one.
We'll see if this works.
I believe in
All
you.
right, everybody picked. Flip over your phases.
Flippity.
Consume, develop, settle, consume and trade. Okay, very good.
Oof.
No explore.
All right, so we start with develop, and we start with CJ, who gets a draw card just for developing.
Draw a card. Uh-huh. Oh.
Would you like to actually develop or no?
I would.
Making a 9th thing out there.
Right, and it cost me -1.
Yes, costs you -1 for the thing, and I don't think you got any other
No, I think
minuses
that's
for
it.
developing.
And then I get to draw another card.
So it costs you 2 cards, and then you get to draw another one.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm gonna toss
But
that.
that's perfect for you because it can consume brown goods
Yes.
for a
exactly
victory
it.
point.
Yep.
Annika, it's a brilliant, absolutely brilliant thing to put down. Z, would you like to develop?
Nope.
All right. Augie, would you like to develop?
Not with my 1 card.
Yeah, and I will pass as well. So nobody else develops. We move on to settling. I think. Yeah. Z picked settle. So Z, you start us off.
Well, now I have to. Yeah, we're still gonna do this.
Oh yeah.
We're still gonna do this. Boop.
Nice.
Rebel Underground. Oh my lord.
Heck yeah.
4 victory points, cost 3 military, which he has in spades, and during the produce phase, he gets to draw a card at the start, I think. That's what that means. Yeah, draw a card at the start of the phase. So anytime the produce phase goes off, whether he would produce it or not, Z gets to draw a card. Well done.
Nice.
Augie, would you like to settle a world? I'm going to say probably not.
Actually,
And
I did that backwards.
What?
What? Why?
That's fine.
Are you
I was
sure?
gonna. It was the card next to it I wanted to put out. That works.
You knucklehead.
Okay. So Augie's not...
Is it fine if I swap them or no?
I mean, I'm not going to
Go ahead, man.
cry about
Just
it. Go ahead.
stop
Do what you meant to do.
They're both military cards.
As punishment, we all got to see what the card is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
It does.
That makes
It
more
really
sense. Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. So, all right.
And then
So,
They don't start with They don't start with goods on them, right?
no, not production worlds. You have to produce to get them on there. But you chose settle, so you get to draw a card now that you settle the planet.
Yeah. Draw a card down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, so again, Augie's not settling. I considered it, but I'm not going to do it. CJ, are you going to settle?
Son of a
gonna
bitch.
Oh boy. New survivalists for one.
Uh-oh. Chris is gonna end the game next turn.
He's rushing to end it. Yeah, and I can see why. All right, so okay, so that's all the settling anyone can do. So we'll move on to the next phase, which is consume, and we'll go clockwise order. So Augie, you are first to consume. You may trade 1 card for however many it is worth.
getting my alien technology for 5.
For 5 cards. Go ahead and draw 5
Nice.
cards. You may also consume your remaining goods for victory points and/or cards. You can consume for one card. You can consume for a victory point and a card, which I would probably advise.
Yeah,
but you can
definitely.
also consume for 2 cards. You have 2 goods left, so you might as well do them both.
Yeah.
All right, so that will give you a victory point and a card. Your other one could give you 2 cards. So you draw 3 cards, and I gave you a victory point as well.
Nice.
I will delete that from the bag.
3 cards?
Next.
I thought I only draw 1.
What's that?
I thought I only drew 1.
Sorry?
I thought I only drew 1.
You have Epsilon Eridani lets you draw a card and get a victory point, but the new Vinland next to it lets you trade a card for 2 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you had 2 goods left, right? I was pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
that would have been the move I would have made.
Okay, I was confused where you were getting the 3 from. I'm like, what?
Yeah, sorry. And I will consume for double victory points. Once again, I consume both goods for 4 victory points and a card. 2, 3, 4. And I'll draw a card so that CJ can get to doing his thing while I'm
quick question.
Fiddling with these, yeah.
The terraforming robots. Because we did phase 3, was I supposed to draw a card for placing the new survivalists?
Draw a card after you place a yeah.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Oh well, that would be nice. Anyway, all right. I only have 1 good.
You want to consume it for 1 victory point and 1 card?
Yeah, that seems like the thing to do.
Because I feel he's going to end it next round.
Well, Aaron's pretty far ahead. I'm not sure I wanna, but
That's right, Chris. Slow down on the building thing. Don't end the game just yet.
I mean, we're in trouble no matter what. That's the problem.
I'm going to trade my good. Well, not so much trade. I'm going to consume my good, since I'm worried about you just ending the game, to get 1 victory point, 1 measly little victory point. And I will pick the number. Let's go with 2. Let's try 2.
2 for the big money. It is 4.
Nice try, man. Nice try.
Man.
I was thinking about 4, but I'm like, no, there's not. Oh well.
That stinks. All right. Well, you know,
We tried.
nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, and Augie already consumed, so that's done. So there's no other phases, so we end that round and go ahead and take your things back and do what you will with them.
Get out of my hand.
I mean,
okay.
either way, it just makes the most sense for me to do that.
Out of options, so we're just gonna go for it.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go with that.
All right, everybody picked.
Flippity
Floppity.
I knew you were
I am producing. CJ is developing. So is Augie, but Z is settling. So we'll start with developing. We'll start with. Well, now you're not next to each other, so I can't decide.
It doesn't matter who does it first. Go
ahead. I guess we'll start with Augie. Augie, go ahead and develop at a cost of -1. He develops Trade League. Ooh, for 5.
For 5.
Yeah, cost 5, but it could be worth a bunch of points at the end, depending.
So that gives you a point for every place that has a
trade power, including this one. So it's worth a minimum of 2 points. And 1 point for every world that has a trade power. So
is that 7 altogether?
Well, let's see. 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
No, I count 3. He has Old Earth and he has Trade League, and that's it.
Oh, it's only for the money power.
Yeah, the trade power.
Oh, okay. It's not for consume.
Not for consume. It's for trade. So
it's still a darn good.
But it's still worth 3 victory points and could be worth more if he puts out more trade power plants and oh wow. He can also use it to trade a good for cards equal to the trade price. So he gets to
Ooh.
trade for free, plus any additional trade powers.
All right
Oh
then.
wow!
All right then.
Wow! That's hefty. That's hefty stuff right there. All right, so okay, so that was developing, and then I am not developing, so we move over to CJ, who of course is probably developing.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
I have to develop. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to develop.
Well, you
I get
can
to draw
start by
cards
drawing
to
a
start.
card if you haven't done that already.
Makes sense. Excellent suggestion. Not as helpful as I'd like it to be, but very good still. I just need to read something real quick here. That is. Okay. All right. So I am going to develop New Galactic Order.
Oh my!
And that's going to
Total
cost me
military.
5.
Count negative military, but do not count specialized military.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know what specialized military is.
I think it would be things like the new military tactics, which
Oh,
only work if you discard the card.
sacrifice it? Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
you don't count that.
So I'm going to
It's
toss
just
5 cards, and then I will draw 1
Oh,
card.
I also don't think it counts your +2 for the alien world.
No,
'cause
I
that's
wouldn't
specialized.
think so. Yeah.
Or the Alpha Centauri either.
Gotcha.
But you still get for your base +1.
Oh.
I thought you had a lot more military than that for some reason, but you have 3 military, so it's worth 3 victory points right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Well, here's a futile effort on my part. I don't want to develop this, but I have to because
Put it out.
I feel Chris is going to end the game.
I have to, Dave. He's running away with it. I can't let this go on.
Deficit spending, so costs 2. Hey, Conrad, what's going on?
Hey, that's all right, man.
Deficit spending. You may discard up to 2 cards during the consume phase to gain 1 victory point apiece. These victory points may not be doubled.
But you can toss your whole hand if you want.
No, it's goods. Or no, is it cards?
Cards.
Cards.
It is cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, never mind then. You could
Yeah.
toss your whole hand for victory points. That is not bad.
Nope.
And Augie, we started with you, so never mind. All right, well, we got to move on to the settle phase, and we start with Z.
All right. So I'm making this, and I'm discarding this to do it.
Nice. 6 points.
He found the rebel base, damn it.
Attaboy.
Yeah,
I
knew he
had
was
the
gonna
rebel
find
colony, Dave, but there was no way I could. It cost 7, and it wasn't happening. I had to toss it.
All right, well done. Congratulations.
Augie, would you like to put a planet into play?
Before Chris puts his plan into play, into the game.
I have to. Aaron is got all he's doing is farming points.
You don't have to do anything, Chris.
He's not going to get less ahead of us, okay?
Actually, I'm kind of stuck cycling in place.
And that's why I'm trying to keep you there, because you already have 14 victory point chips.
Yeah, it's true.
And I have 3. I have 3. So it's going to come down to our worlds, and you haven't built a lot.
Augie built the Star Nomad lair for 1 military, which I'm pretty sure he can cover. Yeah. It's got a trade power, so that increases how much his thing is worth.
Mm-hmm.
Draw +1 card when you sell a novelty good from this world. Okay, so it has to come from the Star Nomad lair. It's also a windfall world, so you get good to it. Not that CJ's going to let you do anything with it, but there you go. All right, well, since CJ's in a rush to end the game, I think it just makes sense to put more victory points out there, so I will go ahead and settle this bad boy for 4 cards, which is everything I got. Flip so I can get to the goodies. And bye, guys. It's been fun. All right, and it's a windfall world, not that it matters. It's an alien windfall, for that matter.
I had 2 alien things that I was trying to get out, and I just couldn't. And because I knew Chris was going to end the game, they were just They was
Yeah,
useless.
I know. I had so many cards I wanted to put out, and it just wasn't happening.
All right. CJ, finish us off.
I think I have enough to put out the Lost Alien Warship. Because that's 2.
5 military. You have 3 from your New Galactic Order and the +1
Right.
from your Blaster Gem Mines, and the +2 from the Alien
that's
Rosetta
what I thought.
Stoneworld is enough to give you the Lost Alien Warship.
All right.
Yes. So this is the final round, regardless.
Yes.
CJ gains a good.
And then we pro Duke.
Yeah, it's kind of not really important anymore, but I will go ahead and Produce on my Producing Worlds just in case. I don't think there is any last second thing you can get.
I don't think they're worth anything.
Yeah, probably not. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the game is supposed to end after the end of the settle phase. I legitimately don't remember how the game
I thought you were
ends.
supposed to finish out the whole round.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Let's go to game end to find out for sure. Okay, so yes. Yeah, that's it. That is the end of it. Play to the end of the round, including discarding.
Yeah, because somebody could have, like, if there was a trade phase,
Yes.
Yeah.
I could, like, discard all my hand to get a whopping 2 victory points. But I mean,
Yeah.
Right. I needed to end it before there was another trade because I knew Aaron was producing.
Yeah, well, it off for me, but we'll see.
And those would all been double points.
So yeah, they would have. Well, I don't think I could have consumed them all. I could have consumed 3 of them. I think.
Yeah, I think 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but it still would have been 6 more victory point chips, and you can't get 6 victory points a turn. I mean, you did that turn. You did that turn, and then some, because your follow-up world actually really helped you out. That added 2 more military, so you actually get 5 victory points for that new galactic order.
All right, you want to go over points one person at a time?
All right, yeah, we might as well, and we'll start with me because everybody assumed I was way out ahead, and I'm not sure I was, but we'll see.
Well, this will be my chance to catch up here.
Let me get the counter out for me, and I'll make one for everybody. What the hell?
Oh, you can just move your counter thingy.
Oh, I suppose I could. Yeah, that's an easy way to do it too. The hell with it. All right, so I have 1 for Earth's Lost Colony.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 for Terraforming Robots. I have 2 for Galactic Resort, put me up to 19. I have 1 for Empath World, puts me up to 20. I have 1 for Export Duties, 21. I have 2 for Prosperous World, and I think I get 3 for the last one, Desert Alien Outpost. So that was 26 points all told. Don't think it's enough.
I don't even know why I'm bothering counting.
CJ has 3 plus 0 for Alpha Centauri, plus 1 for Public Works, plus 3 for the Alien Rosetta Stone World, plus 2 for the Blaster Gem Mines, plus 1 for the Interstellar Bank. So he's halfway there in terms of his planets, but he has 10 points. We'll see. 1 for the Rebel Fuel Cache, 2 for the Replicant Robots, 3 for New Earth, 2 for the Terraforming Robots. This is going to be close.
Yeah.
1 for New Survivalists, 5 for the New Galactic Order, so that's going to put you up to 24, and then, yep, just barely, you son of a bitch, 3 for the Lost Alien Warship.
See, what I'm going to say, Aaron, if you would let me have some of those military things, it would have kept Chris and I down, and you would have won.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah,
you were so focused on keeping them from me, you just gave them all to Chris.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. All right, so
I already added mine up. I didn't even break 20.
Oh, yeah, you got 19.
I don't think I broke
very
10.
good. Well, let's find out. Augie had 2 for Old Earth, 1 for Expedition Force, 1 for New Vinland, 1 for Epsilon Eridani, 1 for Space Marines, 1 for Secluded World,
But it's going to be his trade
2 for the Alien Scout Ship, so that puts you up to 10. You definitely made 10. 2 for the replicant robots.
Yeah.
The Trade League is 2 for every development with a trade power, including this one, and
6.
1 for every world with a trade power. So the Star Nomad layer is worth 1 point. The Trade League is worth 2. The only other one is his Old Earth back at the beginning.
How much is that worth?
So that's worth 4 then. 4 points puts him up to 16. And then his last world is worth 1. So we had 17.
I mean, the point spread wasn't
Otherwise-
ridiculous.
No, it wasn't ridiculous at all. In fact, you won by 1 point. But I think we have to put this down as a military. Let me count how many military planets CJ actually had compared to non-military. 1, 2, 3.
Just 3.
I think you had more non-military planets.
I did.
But his developments, how many military developments does he have? Add
None.
that on there too,
None
because
of,
those.
none of them are actually military, though.
Yeah, none of them are actually military. They might provide military.
But I did use the military to win the game.
He definitely used the military to win the game.
Yeah.
That is beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I think we would have to rule in case of military on
I
that
would
side.
agree. Even though I voted against military.
You do have more non-military planets, but it was definitely
I
your
used
actual
the
military
military
that
to
did it.
pretty much do everything. Yeah.
And even your non-military planets provided some military.
Yeah,
So
I would agree. I would absolutely
So
agree.
I would have to come down on the side of military. So
I would.
military
Definitely
wins. Go
military.
ahead and pay that out, whoever's in charge, because I
I
can't.
lost big, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I lost big as well, but you know what? It's.
I guess my saving grace for this is I just hope that means that while you guys are exploring the realms of Cthulhu, that horrible things happen.
That's right. What you gotta
Hey.
do. What you gotta do, Dave, is tune in and use your channel points to influence the game.
I know.
That's how it is. If you want to see things go down, and hop onto Shadowrun and make things interesting.
I know. It's a matter of
Blood Wolf,
traveling
did you take out
12
like a
hours
bandit?
a day. Traveling 12 hours a day, then the couple was just like, and crash.
My friend, I understand all too well. I really, really do. Being an adult is bullshit.
Yeah,
All right.
I have photos from last month. Now 2 months ago. I have to finish up.
Wow.
Oh,
Blood
man.
Wolf 58 made 22.2 thousand points.
Oh my god, I didn't gamble quite that much. Holy heck.
And how many
He can bring the wrath of God down upon us.
Oh,
I was like,
dear
how many
God.
points does it take to summon a horrible thing for you
Not
guys?
even close to that much.
10 grand, I think.
10,000. You can do it
10,000.
twice. You can only do it once
Oh
per
my God.
session, but you could technically do it twice
Yes.
if
Yep.
fiction was not in place.
Yes.
So they can do it one session and then don't have to do anything else the next session and also be able to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, this was a good time. Dave, what'd you think about this game? What'd you think? I think you've played this
I
once
mean,
before with us.
yeah, I played it at the apartment before, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I like this. Augie, do you like this slimmed down version better than the other version? Or is it just not your
I
cup
mean,
of tea, period?
I don't think it's really my cup of tea. I mean, I kind of almost prefer the dice
The dice
over. Yeah, almost over the card one. The card one seemed more confusing to me. I don't know why.
There's a lot of symbolism in this game, and if you don't recognize it immediately, you might overlook something that, is, would normally be obvious.
I felt the dice was a bit more obvious what you did with what. Like, it was a bit more simplified to me than these.
I have that problem with a lot of games where the symbolism has me just kind of scratching my head and winging it, which has never worked.
Why you usually call it hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Zolkin. Zolkin has me scratching my head. Period.
Because that's all hieroglyphics.
That's
The
all. There
entire
are no
board
words
is
for
covered
the
with it.
entire game.
Oh no!
Yeah.
How do you play this game? No instructions. Just
all hand
figure it
signals. Oh my god. Well,
All right.
that was a good time. Thank you guys for coming along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks very much for coming, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, so that's gonna be it from us, I think. So hopefully next Thursday we'll be able to do an actual role playing game, right?
Yeah. Are you set to get back to the apartment, bud?
No, I can't guarantee I'm going to be in my apartment by Thursday.
That's no problem.
But
we'll wing it one way or the other.
now that I have a headset that
Yeah.
works,
Yeah, you sound much better.
Even though I don't have the greatest microphone, it won't like echo or cause all sorts of audio problems. So I think I'll be okay to play.
I agree. Then that sounds
way.
good. We will shadow run it up on Thursday. Then I am excited. I am prepared. I hope you're prepared. Clench your butt
And what
cheeks.
time is your shadow run again?
8 o'clock.
Unless there's a miracle, however, on Sunday we will still be streaming Tabletop Simulator.
That's no problem.
So I have a feeling even if I get back into my apartment, I still will not be ready to.
Yeah, there's
let
going to be a lot
more
board game nights.
We'll give you a hand putting things back together.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, moving the tables around and getting stuff set up.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Well,
everybody, thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate everybody who came by. Timaeus, Conrad, Bloodwolf, Silent One, of course. Yeah. Always pleased to see you.
All our fancy lurkers.
Everybody who lurked and just hung out. Midnight Smoke, thanks for coming. Saw you briefly. And Captain Clam Slam, of course. And MJ Bulmer, awesome of him to show up. Much appreciated.
Definitely.
All right. So, that's going to be it from us. We will catch you guys next time. Take it easy. Stay safe.
That freaked me out.
You've never seen Augie or CJ's freakouts on the table?
Yeah,
after
I'm
the
sorry.
game's
I'm sorry. I'm not part of the tantrum. I apologize.
I forgot I had audio because it's been silent the entire time. I forgot I had audio. So I'm thinking, did the squirrel break in? It is like in my closet, like chewing on something.
That's
no,
funny.
it's just Augie being
That's
Augie.
fantastic.
That's me.
I was about to do something drastic.
All right, enough shenanigans.
Oh God!
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Guys.